Hi there, Becky here from 168 Fitness. So last week I started with step 1 on my how to achieve your health, fitness and weight loss goals this new year. So hopefully you've taken my advice. If you haven't watched last week's video, then I suggest you go back and watch that so that you know how to start off and what step 1 is. And yeah, it's pretty important. That's probably actually one of the most important steps. Because you won't achieve your goals if you haven't done step 1. So go back and watch that video and then join me again for step 2. But if you have done last week's homework, then we can crack on with step 2, which is to create a plan of action. So you might have already had some ideas on how to achieve your goals that you set last week, and that's what we want to sort of map out this week, is getting a plan of action in place to get started. So I'm just going to talk generally about some goals that you might have set, but obviously everyone's going to have their own sort of thoughts and depends on what your goals are as to how you're going to achieve them. So just generally though, if you are looking to lose weight, you're going to need a combination of exercise and also looking at your food intake as well. So we need to create that calorie deficit. So we could do that by a combination of burning more calories with exercise and activity, and also reducing calorie intake by looking at what you're consuming, food and also fluids as well, because obviously we know that alcohol does contain calories, as do other drinks as well, soft drinks even. So we could look at both of those together, combination of doing exercise and reducing calorie intake would be my recommended way. So if we think about the exercise side, first of all, obviously that's what I do. I do offer nutrition advice as well with all of my personal training packages. So if you did come and work with me, then I would be able to advise you on both. But first of all, exercise. Obviously, you've just got to decide what you want to do, what you enjoy, what's available to you, what time you've got available, what's your budget. Do you like the gym? Do you want to join a gym? Do you want to go to a class? What availability do you have in the week to go to fitness classes? What's going to be the best use of your time? If your time is a bit limited, how can you burn the most amount of calories in that time? I have to say, there's, as much as I think Pilates and yoga is a fantastic exercise and it's beneficial for a lot of people, if you're looking to lose weight, it's not going to be the best use of your time, because you're not going to burn that many calories in the class. It's more about flexibility, strengthening, core work, that sort of thing. It's really good for complementing other exercise classes and sessions and workouts and things if you are for weight loss. Obviously, if you're just looking to maintain weight, it's a great class to do. And I'm not at all knocking anyone who's doing Pilates or yoga, because it is fantastic, but in terms of weight loss, you need something that's going to raise your heart rate, going to get the blood pumping, it's going to get you slightly out of breath and perhaps a bit sweaty as well. So we need something a bit more cardio or higher intensity. So yeah, have a think about what you enjoy. Obviously, I do PT sessions, one-to-one and small group sessions. And also I do my mini trampoline classes. And I can tell you now, all of what I do would help burn lots of calories and help you with weight loss, because that's really what I know what my clients want. And even if you're not looking to lose weight, we still need to burn off what we're consuming. So it just means that you can keep on top of weight as well. So yeah, think about exercise, what you want to do, what's available, what you enjoy, etc. And then in terms of the food, I always recommend using an app called MyFitnessPal. It's basically a food diary on your phone, on an app that allows you to track what you're consuming and also what you're burning off as well with exercise. So it's a really good tool for creating that calorie deficit and the weight loss as well, or weight maintenance in some way. So that might be something you look into. So if you're looking to lose weight, those are a few things that I would consider when you're coming up with this plan of action. You need to get it in place. So don't just think about generally, oh, I could do this, or I could do that. We need to actually start, because we're going to take the first step soon. I know it's a daunting prospect, but we need to finalise, we need to commit to something. So have a really good think about what you actually want to achieve, what you actually want to do to help you achieve your goals, what you would enjoy, what you can see yourself committing to. Really try and visualise it, and we can get that plan of action in place. So that's weight loss. If you're looking to get fitter, you're going to need to do the exercise side of it. Nutrition, not so important unless you're looking to compete at a higher level or of competition, or improve your fitness performance in some way, then that's when nutrition comes in. But if generally you're just looking to sort of feel a bit fitter, more energized, that sort of thing, then it's going to be more about the fitness, more about the exercise side of things. If you're looking to improve health, doing some exercise would always be good. And then also, yes, maybe we need to look at your diet as well, because there's probably going to be some key things there that we can improve on, and also maybe reducing maybe your caffeine or your alcohol intake, etc. Drinking more water is always good and necessary for a lot of people. So yeah, toning up, that's going to be an exercise one as well. All of my classes as well are really good for toning and strengthening and conditioning, because I know that's what a lot of my clients want, especially at this time of year, need to fit back in those jeans again. So yeah, have a think this week about how you're going to achieve those goals that you set last week, and then you need to take the first step. I know it's a scary thing, and it's the hardest bit, to be honest, if taking that first step, because it is quite daunting, especially if you aren't just returning to exercise. Some people had already started last year, maybe it dropped off a little bit over Christmas in December when you're busy and we need to pick up again. Not so scary unless you feel like you've completely lost your fitness and maybe gained some weight over the last month or so, then it could be scary again. But if you're new to exercise and you're just feeling like, yeah, I need to do it now, January, it's either now or never, then that can be a scary prospect for you. Going in that gym for that first time, or joining the class, or signing up to something, committing to something, it can be quite scary. So I know it's the hardest bit, and that's where I come in. If you need some help, you need some accountability, that's where I come in to help. But even just asking a friend maybe to go along with you for the first time, or partner, or whatever, will help you to take that first step. That's what we need to do this week. So just to recap, we need to come up with a plan of action, and then we need to action that plan. So that's your homework for this week in order to achieve your health, fitness and goals this January, this year. So I will see you next week with step 3.